Okay, hello guys. I was kind of going over the Thursdays or Fridays price action, and it looks quite nice. I know some of you have a little problem with it. And I was just going over it, talking to myself. I was like, maybe I can just record this. Maybe I can just record this, share maybe some knowledge with you guys. So yeah, let's do it. What happened basically in through Wednesday to Thursday, basically we just ran higher. This Asia high, this our manipulation for lower, so we can also uh, yeah, this one, so it will be easier for us. Basically New York run, Asia opened, we put manipulation. Basically whole Asia session was just rebalance of the previous New York session. This leg basically we just rebalanced it to 50%. The London opened, we took the Asia low, we put another manipulation right there, and now we took London, we rebalanced the previous range, so now the easy draw is the Asia high again. That's just from the hard standpoint. Now we can go to the 1 minute and we can be just looking for our setups and our reversal points. So again, we are in London, we do have this Asia high as our draw liquidity, and now we can just wait for us to take it. 8:30, New York pre-market is opening, or the New York pre-market session. Straight up move, one candle down. So if you are looking, for possible entry, the closure above this little accumulation is the one. Or since yep, this candle. Since we are closing right now above this order block, we can just take one easy scalp. Also, never enter with full position in this because you don't know if we will take it. Maybe we do have SMT with a high, you never know. So just enter slightly if you want to take this as order block continuation trade. And where is your TP? Your TP is the Asia high, straight as that. Okay, so little, basically one-to-one trade right here. Yep, there we go. Awesome. So now the time is correct. Why? 8:30. A lot of reversals are going to happen here. If it's not 8:30, it's usually the 9:30. Okay. So time is kind of correct. Right now, we took the liquidity on the left. Do I want to be looking for any long entry right now? No. Why? Because we took the liquidity. So now, if anything, I'm looking for potential reversal of that high that we just took. Okay. So now, if I'm looking for any short, first I need more structure. Why? Because if we are going from our trading, our setups and stuff, potential soup, and the CISD would be down here. Okay. So now I definitely don't want to see that, because if it just runs straight down, my best spot for stop loss placement is this high. So we definitely need more structure and something more clear to tell us that we are going lower. Right now we do have small accumulation. I would like to see the high to be taken maybe one more time, so the high would be manipulated again. Okay, something like this. And now tell me, what is the, let's say, the lightable moment? What needs to happen for us to take a short? I will tell you, we need closure at least below this little zone. Why? Because it will be kind of your manipulation, CISD, and then you can put stop loss on whatever high is created right here. Also to devil's mark, again, devil's mark, they are not so important if we are not in a news, or if we don't have any news, or if we are not opening a new 4-hourly candle. Other than that, the 4 or the devil's mark are not so important. Okay. Then there we go. Okay. We took the Asia high. We manipulated the high again that took the Asia high. We manipulated. And now we are closing below the structure that we need to see. Okay. So now we can take a little short right here. Since we are in the pre-market, we can go a little bigger in this trade. Ideal stop loss placement, either the candle high or the soup high, meaning the high of 845 candle high. Now, what is the targets? Based off this structure alone, what will hit your eye first? I would say this order block. Why? Because it's kind of straight run up, straight push, just little order block, and another straight push. Like I told you many times before in our backtesting sessions, if you do have these order blocks, you can expect some sort of reaction out of it. I would say 80% of the time you will have strong reaction if you want to continue the move higher. Okay. If we are bearish, you don't want to see such a strong reaction out of it. Okay. So we can also include the wick of the high candle or the previous candle. So this is right now our order block. I don't care. You can also use just the order block itself. I just use it because how it printed. So now TPs, 50% of the range. Since 50% should be also aligned with that order block, we can just leave it the order block as our TP. Yep, 50% is right here, meaning the order block would be the first TP. And then I would be looking for this low to be taken. Also looking at the time, if we are correct, and this is not for now the high, we do have like 50 minutes before market open. Just ask yourself, does it make sense for us to hold the trade for a longer time in front of the market open? Can we expect a bigger displacement before market open? No, not really. As we know, market opens bring a lot of volatility, a lot of liquidity with itself, meaning we can expect a bigger move after market open, not before market open. If we just hit daily high or high of the day, it's awesome because market open will, I don't know, open right here and maybe we'll just flush to the London, but you never know that. Meaning if I'm in some trade in a pre-market, I'm looking for easy targets and I'm looking for to be out of the trade maybe before market open. I hope it does make sense. So now, awesome. CSD confirmation right here. And now we should just expand lower. Also great speed in those candles. Now we are inside the order block. If the next candle slides through it, awesome. That's kind of confirmation for me already, without us closing right here. Yep, we just sliced through it. Okay, so now I'm definitely more bearish than bullish. And I want to see the strong closure right here, build at 829, and then possibly targeting whatever is here. Okay, we are really close to it. Also, you can see how we are just slowing down. We are just slowing it down a little bit. Also, right here, as I told you, this is the first TP. And we are really close to it. We are like 3 points away, 2 points away. So now, since we are slowing down, we can either expect big FU candle to the upside, or we'll just push lower. But does it make sense for us to risk our profits? Even like since we are in 3 cons, for me, it makes more sense since I'm expecting, we will either push a little higher right now or we'll just straight flush. Maybe it's better idea to just take one off since we are in 3 cons, okay? Just to protect ourselves. Also, this move was not rebalanced yet and it's straight down. On the other hand, do I expect the next move be again straight up? No. Why? Because we do have straight up, straight down. And do I again expect straight up move? No. It doesn't happen quite often. And I don't think I saw this type of the move in the past few months. Would it make sense on the other hand, if you still want to go higher, rebalance 50% of the previous range, then potentially rebalance the 50% of the bullish range that we will established, and then maybe we can take the high again. Okay, but what happened right now, it's just straight up, straight down, and straight up again. That's not how market works, or it's not how we are printing the price most of the time. Okay. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we took the low again. Right now we passed through that TP. So now, since we are still in 2 accounts, you can take one off just to be safe. We can definitely do that. And now, depends on your risk management. Since we cannot caught that high of this move, you can put your stop loss to break even. Still, we can expect sort of retracement. We can still go back to the CISD line, blah blah blah. Again, this range was not rebalanced. So we can definitely expect that it will reach the 50% again. But again, since we hit that high of the day, maybe you can put your stop loss right here if you don't want to see any passing through the 50% to the OTE. Yeah, you can do that. For us right now, we'll just leave it right here and we'll see what's going to happen next. Okay, internal soup, kind of sloppy action, going a little higher. Just by these candles, I expect low to be taken one more time. Why? Just look at that. We are just building LR right away. You can even put a trend line right here. That's how algorithmic it is. Okay, little accumulation. We still did not get a strong closure below this low. Meaning I'm still waiting for that as a sort of bigger move confirmation. Right now, I don't like this. Why? We are closing above this high, but still, we did not rebalance this range. So I'm still bearish. It's just little, liquidity grab potentially to move us back lower. I'm just seeing okay, we are now closing higher than this. We built more liquidity at the low, so I'm potentially thinking market open will bring us back for these lows. So we'll see what next candle will do. Okay, we are nearly tapping at 50%. Yep, now we tap it. Okay. So now since we are still in the trade, we'll just leave it here. If you don't have any position opened right now, you are in that zone of 9 a.m. to 9:30. I would say you should not be taking any trades in that time. Also, we have 9:25 candle coming and 9:28 candle coming. Those two candles, again, they do have a lot of volatility in them, meaning, yeah. Also, more time than not, even the 9:30 trades, they are usually short-lived. So now we tapped OTE of the range. If we close below the 916, potentially you could be looking for some short entry, with timed stop at the high. It's up to you. I'm just giving you, the examples where we can enter. Internal sub at the high, closure below that candle, creating small order block, kind of like it. Another internal sub at the high. Now, now we are closing below that say 916 candle. We do have 7 minutes till market open. So again, it's up to you. If you want to enter right here, I would say your safe spot for stop loss is the 918 candle high. In the same time, I don't necessarily like how sloppy we are going lower. It's kind of LR building up here, but still we are doing what we need to see for bearish move. Also, you could argue that the stop could go also at the high of 922 candle, which, yeah, possibly If it's protected high, I kind of prefer in this EA or BA this 918 high, but that's up to you. Also, evidence scenarios, we right now might be just rebalancing this candle high, which was rebalanced with the 925 candle right now. Meaning if you take the range low to the range high, we just tapped 50%. So now the closure above 918, the closure above that, I will be looking for the highs and for this high to be taken one more time. If on the other hand, we have strong move right now to throughout that low, let's say of, outside the full confirmation is the strong closure below the 908, I would definitely looking for this to be my manipulation, soup fair swing, and now confirmation of distribution lower. Okay, strong closure. That's good sign. We will also see what 928 will bring. 927. Okay, so 928 is sort of rebalance right now. Okay, and now market open. Based of this structure alone, if we are correct, we should not be taking with market open this high. If on the other hand we are really bullish and we can displace throughout these lows, we'll just close above it, targeting the high. On the other hand, if you are bearish, potentially we'll soup the high again of this candle, or maybe we'll take some of this LR that we just created, and then we'll push lower. This candle is rebalanced on the previous range, so I don't necessarily see or want to see us coming back higher, Again, maybe we'll just soup some from internals and then push it back lower. Confirmation for lower closure below that 927, and the full confirmation for me would be the closure below this zone right here. Yep. All right. So now market opened. We took nearly all of that LR. That's also the reason why I told you, like in this PA, it's always better to have your stop loss at the 918 high, over the overall high, because if that's protected, we don't come back for it. This is just internal liquidity being built. So now we are closing strongly below. You can take everything off right here. We basically took all of it right here. So if you expect strong displacement for the lows, you can hold it. Also, most certainly, you can now push your stop loss to the market open high, just to be safe. Internal sub at the lows, the closure back above 930. I'll be looking for the high to be taken possibly one more time. Yep, right here we'll get stopped, and now I'm looking for the high to be taken possibly one more time. Yep, there we go. I cannot do like this candle in terms of if you will be able to catch a long entry once we will be passing that 934 candle with your stop being the candle low, meaning it would be look something like this. I kind of like that for us to target the high, because it's in my eyes high probable trade. But yeah, that's only if you will be able to anticipate the move and you'll be able to enter a trade in the right time. So now, again, what happened? We took the Asia high, we kind of rebalance right now the London range with this move lower, and now we're again pushing higher. Meaning, if we are bullish right now, we don't want to see us closing below 935, and definitely not below the 931 candle, because if we close below the 931, I'm definitely looking for the London low to be taken. Okay, because there is basically nothing else that will hold us in here. This is just low resistance liquidity that we should just pass straight through it, and the same goes right here. There is nothing, not any other potential reason why we should hold here. The only potential price point is the 840 base of the previous New York highs. So now, if you close below the 935, that's potential entry by itself. Okay, we are right now, if then, maybe this potential rebalance of the previous candle, closure above, we are going higher. Closure below the 938, we are going lower. Potential CR3 in play. The next candle should go lower based on this candle closure. Or I mean, you know, establish the wick. We are stooping the highs right now. So again, if we close right now below the 941, potential entry for longs, preferably I would like to see the 938. Okay, nothing yet. Another soup at the high. So right now for me it's enough if we close below the 943 candle. This is kind of the same fractal that is going on, just on bigger scale, that happened right here at that 845. You know, this is kind of the same thing that's going on right now. Okay. Now, okay, now we are closing below the 943 candle. Also, this candle soup the previous candle and closing below it. Meaning, I definitely like this candle for entry. We can enter with 2 cons. Possibly, you know, we could put your stop loss to the candle high. You could also do the range high. It's up to you. Now, in terms of TPs, 50% of the range, I would be looking for this low to be taken. And then I would like to see, you know, I would like to see more. If we have a strong move, you know, potential expansion for the lows, and then we can be looking for the London low to be taken one more time. Yep, fast candle. You know, we are creating equal lows. We are not taking them yet. Again, if you want to be safe, you know, we are 1 point away. Just take the 1 con away. You know, just take it, because you don't want to be risking, you know, that we just rebalance the range and we'll push it straight back and you will leave in nothing. Just take the 1 con. You know, we don't care about that 1 point. Merely if you just, you know, if you just make 19 points in 1 single minute candle, you know, just have that 1 point. Just take the 1 con away, just be safe. Now, based off your risk management, you know, you can reduce your risk, you can put your stop loss to break even. It's up to you guys. We can definitely reduce our risk right now, but still bear in mind this range was not rebalanced yet. We might rebalance it right now since we tapped 50%. We made it with the next candle will take that low. Yeah, so you know, we're distributing right now, so maybe the low will be taken one more time. Okay, if not, this possibly rebalance. Now the closure below 952 candle, audible continuation. That's all I will say. Internal sub at the highs, candle closing below it, kind of like this. I'm not sure if this high is the last one or we'll have one more soup. Meaning, if I'm entering right here, I definitely want to leave more breathing room in this trade. And then maybe if we have strong closure below the lows, I can reduce the risk to this low. Meaning, if you're entering a trade right here, we can go short in here. And you know what I'm saying, I don't want to put my stop loss right here, because next candle can open, just took the high again and flush straight away, you know, straight to the TP. Meaning I want to leave a little more breathing room for this one. What's my TPs? The first TP, the 931 low or the market open low, and then the London low. Those are 2 main TPs for me. You know, so we can take one here, and the next one basically we can just extend this line. Okay, looks nice. this candle closure after this one, I'm pretty much convinced that we should not go higher for this 956 high, so then you can kind of reduce your risk. But again, next candle or two needs to expand lower. If you get strong closure back above 959, it's a red flag. There we go. Nice. Awesome. So now depends on how many contracts you are. You know, the first TP is right here. You can take one off, or you know, the second TP right here. You can just wait. If we are this close to it, we should just take it. Yep, and you know, you just took it. You took your zero, so now you can just exit your trade, and you can be done for the day even before 10 a.m. even opened. And so, you know, we can go a little past 10 a.m. So now what happened? We took the liquidity right here. If you want a little cheat code for your trading, where is 10 a.m. opening in relation to the, you know, this whole range right here? In discount or in premium? Yep, in discount. So I don't want to be looking for any shorts. I want to be looking for longs. Why? Because again, we are in discount. Meaning right now I'm not looking for longs. Or for shorts, sorry. Going just based off my confirmation for longs, the closure back above 959 is the one. I don't necessarily like how we just printed these candles. Possibly I want to see the low to be taken one more time. Okay, we just took it. Awesome. So now the closure above 1010 will do it. Perfect. Perfect candle, perfect reaction. So what happened? We took London low, we rebalanced the previous range, then we take the low again, rebalance, sub the lows, sub, CISD. Awesome, awesome right there. Beautiful trade. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick more, so yeah, I'll be coughing throughout this video. The bigger confirmation, 1008. That would be perfect confirmation. After that, I want to see a legs. In terms of TPs, again, we can take one off at the EQ of the range. EQ is also pretty much aligned with the 10 a.m. and if we can take one off at 10 a.m., then where is the liquidity? Where is the liquidity in this? This high and the overall high. Confirmation. Now I want to see legs. We are tapping the 10 a.m. meaning you can take one off. Do I want to move my stop right now? Not really. Why? Because we just printed 5 straight candles higher, closing above the range, taking the liquidity. What does it mean? We can potentially now rebalance the range because we took some sort of internal liquidity right here. Meaning if we are going to rebalance this range, 50% of the range is aligned with our entry. Meaning yes, if you want to be safe and you think we are going still lower and this is just rebalance of the previous range, sure, you can take the whole thing off. For example, right now, it's nothing wrong with that. We just made, $300. We just made basically right now 17 points, which is awesome. We can be done right there. On the other hand, if you still think we are going higher, it's not the best idea to just put your stop loss right here because you will most probably get wrecked if we are going to rebalance the range. Okay, I kind of like this candle, how we are just closing above the 1021, also closing above 10 a.m. Okay, right now, if you close back below the 1025, I definitely see lower. Also, if we close above the 1024, Since we are nearly closing above it, now we can put stop loss to break even, because this range should be pretty much rebalanced. Great candle. Candle basically retested CISD, and now we should go higher. Internal sub at the low, in the 50% of the previous range. Another CISD entry, another potential entry. Don't necessarily like this kind of. It gives me kind of 3-drive-ish, vibe in here. Not a huge fan of how we just swept the high. I would say if we are going back lower and if we close build at 1033, I would be looking for potential short entry. Just to do some sort of internals, possibly the low again. So now it depends, if you want to move your stop to the 1033 low, or if you just want to leave it at a 1025. It's up to you. But that's huge if we close below that again. Also, this would be your third drive, basically. So now it depends how the 4-hourly candles will hold us, or if they won't hold us. Also, we are entering a macro right now. Okay, awesome. Okay, and we took it. Yep, we took it. So you can be done right here. Also, geez, I want to end this, but right here, what do you see in this PA? How we just printed that move? Do we show strength in it, or do we show? I can just also turn it off. This, or do we show some sort of weakness in this? If you compare, this move to this move, it's kind of different, right? This move, strong candles, pushing lower, small rebalances, pushing lower, and this move, yeah, we do have strong push right here, but after that, rebalance, sloppy way higher, sloppy way lower, sloppy way higher. It's a big difference. This structure by itself is giving me the vibe that we are going lower again. It's kind of that, I don't know if you guys saw my previous backtesting sessions. If not, maybe, you should just watch it. There is some value in it, I believe. This is the same thing I was telling you about. Like, more time than not, we are going into the OTE of the range with this type of legs, just that staircase scenario. We'll go inside the OTE for some sort of liquidity. We'll have turtle soup inside the OTE of the range, and then we'll make it, we'll run it back lower to the low of that LRLR that was just created. Meaning right now, the low of that LRLR is this low. Right there, possible entry. If you are entering right here, I would like the high to be taken one more time, possibly. If it's not going to happen, you can enter right here. You can put your stop at a high. Don't necessarily like this entry. It's kind of late for me, but yeah, if you are correct, we should still do it. There we go. The low of LRLR was taken. You can sorry, take one off right here. And now possibly you can put your stop to that 11-11 candle. Potential, internal sub right there. Order block right below it. I kind of like that. You can reduce your risk for sure right here. So now we took liquidity. What we can expect? Potential rebalance of the range. Also, just compare with your eyes. This leg, okay, and this leg, okay. Just compare it. Is there something similar in that PA, in that leg? It is. It is that order block. I was telling you, 80% of the time, if we are going to follow the same direction, we'll have sort of reaction into it. I would say 80% of the time. Meaning, what you can do right now, you can take that order block and you can just wait until we'll tap it. And then you can be looking for the next potential entry. Okay, nothing yet. Straight away you can see how kind of sloppy we are moving, you know, kind of again that staircase, you know, just slowly going higher, drawing to something. Now we are in that order block. Now we need to, you know, just to be locked in, just to look for potential confirmation for our draw. Now the confirmation would be that 1141 closure below that one. It would be the confirmation for lower. Internal sub at the high. Okay, now it's potential start. Also look, 50% of that order block holds perfectly. There we go. This is my confirmation for lower. Again, what I'm targeting. LR low, meaning this low. Sometimes what will happen, we'll just take the 50% of the range and then go back higher. Meaning it's good to be looking for this low right now at 1126. But if we just slice through that one, we should be Gucci right now. You know, after that I'm looking for the low to be taken one more time. Also, if you are not in any trade, you know, you can just close this one. We can enter right here. Your stop loss is going to either 1146 candle high or 1145 candle high. Okay, internal sub right there. The candle closure below, I don't want to see us coming back to that candle again. Meaning you can also put your stop just to that candle. And now, okay, great candle. I want to see continuation right now. Okay, this is not ideal. Still, if 50% of the range will hold, we should be pretty okay. Internal sub at the high, okay. For now, everything's good. Internal sub coming back lower. This is kind of the same thing that happened just now. This move and this move is potentially the same. It's kind of same as this move right here. You know, just coming back lower, higher, lower, kind of staircase into the OTE, internal sub, kind of closing below that 1151. Right now, I want to see strong displacement lower, strong distribution lower. Also, with that move, I would say you can kind of put your stop at a candle high, meaning the candle of 1155, and by doing that, you know, you will reduce your risk significantly. So now we are taking the lows. We can buy one right here. And now, you know, again, depends on you. You can trail it. You can do whatever you want. Now, we close below the structure. Technically, you can put your stop loss right here. I don't know if we just created equals or if we have soup. Okay. We created equal lows, meaning not a huge fan of that. You know, it's also at 50% of the previous range. But still, you know, if you don't want to risk anything, you can take the whole thing right now because we took, again, liquidity right here. Or you can just trail it, you know, just put it there. But I believe you will be stopped in a few candles. There we go. Also, this low is kind of nice. Entry, stop loss, push it back higher, first TP, second TP. Yeah. Well, guys, I didn't want to make this, you know, any longer. I was just going over the PA, just doing my studies, and I was like, you know, talking to myself, and I was like, yeah, I maybe just record this. Maybe you guys will have, you know, some sort of benefit from this video that I just made. So yeah, enjoy your holidays, guys, and yeah, see you in 2026.